péché moins ouais gloire. C'est pour yo tomber, c'est pour yo tomber. Toute barricade qui empêche moins ouais gloire. C'est pour yo tomber, c'est pour yo tomber.
Hello. Yes. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes. Are you ready? Let's get started. Oh, yes. I am so pleased that all of you that's connected at this very moment. And I want to say a very good welcome to all of you that's connected to this live. Today, we're going to speak about detoxifying yourself now. And this show is officially in English. I will not speak a word of Creole. Nope. I will not speak a word of Creole. Most likely I would, but I just want to let you know I am not going to speak a whole lot of Creole in this show. This is strictly English for now. So again, tout le monde qui parle créole, vle fò konnen émission ça nous déjà fait li en créole, fèm konnen, m'a fait nous konnen qui côté pour ka joindre ni. Nous ka relem dans 305 407 92 27 et m'a fait nous konnen exactement qui jan nous ka joindre émission ça. So what I just said is that all my folks who are actually Creole speaking people, I did this show last week strictly in Creole. And I just want you guys to actually connect with us. If you want to get contact with that, it's 305-407-9227. Now, one of the things for you who are connected for the first time, my name is Max Olivier Carre. I practice natural medicine as a naturopath. And one of the things that really moves me is to really create transformation for your life. Because I am you, you are me, I know who you are. Understand this. When I do share this, I know I'm sharing to help myself in the future. So a lot of times my goal is to really inspire all of you who are, who would like to be in natural medicine or who would like to practice it at home to really have the courage to actually do so. So that's one of the main reasons that I am here to really connect with you right now. Now, one of the best opportunities that I'm getting right now is connecting with you. And I am definitely pleased to actually serve you. So we're going to go jumping right into it. And I think a lot of you will love what I got in store for you. And the reason I think that you will love what I got in store for you is because you will see the level of transformation that we're playing with. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. So our mission is to raise the standard of health and fitness by providing superior systems of extraordinary service, motivational support, customized nutrition, exercise, and specific supplementation. Now, creating for every individual the expectation and ability to achieve optimal health. What must that mean for you? Well, what that means to me is that I am getting the opportunity to really creating transformation at a highest level, and for me to be able to really help you to really understand what natural health has to offer and how it can be really beneficial to so many of us. So my goal is to really transform that reality for you and to create the level of transformation that's happening right now. Are you really on board with us now? So let's go ahead and get this started. So having said that, one of the things that's very important is to understand the reason why we're doing this. And when we think about the reason, there are certain things that I want you to really be very mindful of, okay? Because a lot of times it's very tough to really be in an industry like that because not many people give it a whole lot of value. So the reason why we are finding that there is trouble in giving it value is because a lot of times people don't understand why a person would just jump in natural medicine to that level. So let's go ahead and get this thing started the right way. All right. So Let me get it all the way back up. Computers are funny. They love to mess up, or at least we love to make it mess up. And we're almost there. We have quite a few slides to go through. And yep, things like that usually happen, okay? So let's not cry and let's get it done right away. All right, almost there. All right. Okay. All right. So we're going to do the best that we can with this, okay? All right. This goes up. This goes up. And there's something that's missing. Okay. All right. This one is still didn't go up. So I'm just going to do it as is, okay? There's the importance of internal cleansing. So when we think about the importance of internal cleansing, most people don't understand that internal cleansing is something that is very important. Now, you may say, Max, what do you mean as very important? Well, understand this. We're living in a society where we're consuming a lot of things, a lot of processed food. We are exposed to all different sorts of toxins, environmental toxins, and it is important for us to clean our cells, to clean our organs. And this is one of the things that will help to really have life be really extended. And that's why most people don't really get that. Funny thing is that sometimes when you plan to do something, you will have a little hoopla. So let's make it work regardless, okay? All right. So I'm almost there, and I think we're almost there here. And then there you go. All right. So the importance of internal cleansing, when we hear the word detoxification, what does that mean to you? Well, that means many things to me. So what it means to me is that, first of all, the question you would ask is, how do you become toxic? So we become toxic is when the body is not able to eliminate toxins from tissues efficiently. When something like that occurs, that's a big problem. Second of all is when there's an increased exposure to toxins all around. So whenever you're having something like that, the first thing you want to do is make sure you get rid of it or you get it taken care of. Now, for all my friends who are actually watching this, make sure that you invite, share it, tag it, do whatever you got to do. Get some more people on this, because you will understand why I'm saying that if you're planning on getting the jab, what you want to do is get yourself prepared at least 30 to 60 days prior, so that if you have any underlying condition, you can actually take care of yourself and minimize the risk of having any side effects. Because whether you want to know it or not, most people are not speaking of that. Okay, so I'm saying that you want to clean before and after. Why? Before, because you don't know what you already have that may be dangerous to you. After is after you've taken the jab, which you already know what it is. And for those that do not know, I get it. You don't know. So you don't know what you don't know. So organs for protection and detoxification. We have skin, lungs, gastrointestinal tract, liver, kidneys, and of course, it's important to understand those. So let's start with the skin, which is the largest, okay? So the fact that we're looking at skin, one thing I want to share with you, the skin has two layers right here. So when we're talking about the skin, there's the epidermis, which varies in thickness. It has what we call the melanocyte melanin, and it protects against UV injury, sunburn, and cancer. It produces lipids that protects against water loss and cracking. It also produces vitamin D. We also have the dermis. The dermis is made up of protein for strength. It is well supplied with blood and lymph vessels and nerves. It also has a sebaceous gland, which secretes lipids, which is a mixture of antibacterial and antifungal. Now, when we go to the lungs, when you inhale, you take in oxygen. It goes to the cell. When you exhale, it removes carbon dioxide. So imagine when you're having to put the mask, okay? I didn't have it today, but let's say you put that mask on. There are machinery that is used that shows you that when you actually have your face become fine, okay, with the mask, that when you put that machine, it tells you if oxygen is at the right level. So what we've been seeing since we're doing live blood analysis, we're finding a lot of people having dark blood. When we say dark blood, that means that it lacks oxygen. So when you put it under a dark field microscopy, that's one of the things you will get to see. So let's go to gastrointestinal tract. It's comprised of many organs, approximately 15 feet. 25 tons of food passes through it, and the mucosal surface of the stomach and the intestine is 200 times that of the surface of the body. Okay, so that's important to understand that. The GI tract also, it has the protective defense mechanism, the enzymes, mucus, 400 plus species of friendly intestinal bacteria, and it sheds billions of cells a day, forms 100 cells per hour. Now, when you're understanding the complexity of the body, you know that we have an engineer that created that, which is basically, we could even call it the architect of the world, our creator. And that's why in Genesis 1:29, it says, behold, I have given you every herb-bearing seed. And understand that is given to us for food. And that's the reason why you will see that I speak with authority when it comes to natural health. So do you understand that constipation is something that our country is impacted with? So 1 to 3 American is affected with digestive disorder. So by the age of 30, Americans have between 10 to 15 pounds of compacted fecal matter in their bowel. Poor diet, more than 200 million people suffer from constipation and do not have 2 to 4 movement daily. So when we talk about the liver, it's the largest gland, first organ to receive nutrients from the GI tract. It has 1,500 milliliters of blood per minute. And I want to let you know it can function even when 80% that is damaged. And it has the ability to restore and replace damaged cell. So you can recover even if the source of toxin can recover if sources of toxins are removed. So when you're taking things like artichoke and things like a papaya, there are some stuff for real when you take it will help clean your liver, especially sulfur, okay? So it's important that you understand that. So let's talk about the kidneys. The principal excretory organ, it filters out cellular waste, metabolic waste, drugs, toxins from the blood, eliminate foreign chemical, regulates body's pH, and it produces hormone to regulate the blood pressure. So all these folks who are having blood pressure issue, want to let you know, is the antidiuretic hormone, okay, that once that is produced, it helps regulate the blood. But if it's not being produced, then that's problems. So I was speaking to a guy recently who does bodybuilding, and I was sharing with him that when he takes all those hardcore protein and not allow himself to balance himself to get big, what's going to happen, they're going to really overwork the kidneys, which is going to create a whole lot of issues such as wasting weight syndrome and so many other things that can happen to the body. So it is important that we take care of our kidneys. Now, a lot of people may not know. A lot of times, sometimes some people have been diagnosed to go into dialysis, while in reality, they didn't need to go to dialysis as yet, or they can actually stop the process. And how you do that is that you want to really seek out a professional that can actually assist you into doing so. There are herbs like juniper berry, the parsley. There are herbs that our creator has made available to us to actually help prevent all these issues. Now, when we think about the source of external toxins, this is the part that I love the most. Let's talk about our food. Our food have chemical contamination. Why? It's because our irrigation system, the water that is used on the crops, the pesticides, the fertilizers, the industrial accident waste. We say accident. We know accident is supposed to be an accident, but this one, usually it is made on purpose. This is the reason why you probably remember Aaron Brockovich. There's a movie, a real life movie was actually made out of that. A movie was made out of it because it's a real life story. And also food packaging. There are some food packaging, when you use those plastics, they deteriorate after a time. So what you're having to do, imagine you put your meat and all that stuff packed up. What's happening? Those plastics, they degrade. And when they degrade, you'll find all these toxins are actually being absorbed in the meat and the stuff that you're taking. FDA have analyzed only 234 food items for pesticides, toxin chemicals, and industrial chemicals. Less than 1% imported of food only analyzed for US banned pesticides only. So imagine a lot of stuff it goes through the crack. So when we think about pesticides in the food, the US farmers, they use billions of pounds per year. EPA estimate that 60% of currently registered herbicides are potential carcinogens. In 1984, 612 active pesticides, special review. This is something that it is important to understand so that you can really make a choice for yourself. Now, let's talk about the hormones in our food. Cows, pigs, poultry are fed hormones and drugs, obtain optimal weight in the shortest amount of time, develop an antibiotic resistant strain of bacteria. All that stuff happens. And that's why there is lobbying by farm groups and drug companies. This is one of the reasons we want to make sure that this is something that we really take care of right away. So when we think about the food additives, they're used to thicken the food, retard spoilage, enhance flavor and coloring, and it makes the food taste better. There's over 2,800 substances that are used as food additives. The average North American consumes 150 pounds per year. Guys, girls, I just want to let you know that we make a big deal about what the JAAB has in it, while we never care for what our food have in it. Like, let's take a good old hot dog. Man, I remember when I used to eat those. Now I'm eating veggie links, right? So I'm just saying, it's important that you have the understanding that you're running away from the JAAB while you've been consuming wacky stuff from get-go. So what I will highly suggest, 60 days, 30 to 60 days prior, clean yourself. And guess what? After, if indeed you decide to be jabbed, definitely you want to clean after, because that's when you want to remove all those heavy metals. It is important to remove the heavy metals because they really cause issues in the mind. So get this, processed food, enzymeless, acid forming, a decrease in nutrient value. An example, when you have cooked food, refined sugar, white flour, meat, refined, enriched products. When you think about tap water, a lot of people say, oh, our tap water is great. You know, I had a guy, he's our patient, and he works on the water treatment. He was trying to convince us that we do a great job to ensure the safety, while anybody with a tester would show you what your water looked like, right? Water treatment can be toxic. Copper sulfate controls algae growth. Aluminum removes organic material. Chlorine is a disinfectant. Chlorine dioxide removes flavor. Fluoride, you know why they use fluoride, to get your teeth white. I want to let you know these things, they are not good. When we think about metal toxicity and mercury, the symptom ranges from public indifference to possible negative effects. Drug companies and FDA, mercury-containing preservative, fish, significant source of exposure. Tuna, 55 to 85% of persons exposure. Now, that's why you will notice if you're taking a fish oil, you want to take mackerel, anchovies, and sardines. These are the smaller fishes. They actually have less toxicity than, of course, the bigger fishes. So let's look at food. Metal toxicity, lead in food, 55 to 85% of personal exposure. Agreement that any amount is dangerous. Symptoms, attention problem, learning and behavioral problems, seizures, HA and abdominal pain. Lead absorb more readily in children with low calcium intake. This is one of the reasons when we have kids who come with attention deficit problem, we do a good cleanse to them and they become the nicest kid ever. So you don't have to put them on that, stuff that a lot of times teachers, I wish that most of them were more informed to really, and talk to the parents, say, hey, try to use some of those juices that has less sugar, like honest juice is one of them. But when you're using some of those things that have a lot of those ingredients, it really makes a real impact. So metal toxicity and other metals, we have antimony, arsenic, beryllium, bismuth, cadmium, platinum, thorium, uranium, nickel, silver, tin, titanium, and thallium. Now, understand, you don't hear about these things, but they are other metals which makes an impact as a metal toxicity. So imagine, I will share with you some of the herbs you can actually use to help remove those nonsense. So you may ask, what's the benefit to actually really detoxify? I want to take some time to actually go back with you guys so that you guys can see my face. You may say that, Max, what's the real benefit to really detoxify? What's the whole point? Well, I'm going to let you think about this quickly. You can give me a call, 954-934-7921. That's, you could text me on that. You can also call my phone, which is 305-407-9227. That's the office. If you do want to see me, you can always come to 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. Want to let you know it's best that you do get an appointment because we do have a lot of people we're serving. If for a reason or another you're already sick or probably have the virus, you want to actually let us know so that we can just send you stuff at your home. We don't take chances with other people's lives, so it is important that we actually do that for you. Now, you may say that this show is strictly like we're giving you the information that way. I want to let you know that it's important that I actually get you connected in that fashion because I want you to understand why we're doing this and the reason why we think it is very important that you are in that you're doing this with us. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, I got this all. There you go. Let's do this. Benefits of detoxification. It improves your immune system. Chronic health problems improve or disappear. Mental clarity, improved memory, stabilizing hormone, improving emotional stability, loss of excess body fat, improved skin tone and color, thicker hair, improved blood pressure, decrease allergies, increase energy, and so many more. So what would it take if you were to decide to really restore your health? Well, let's all detoxify the body naturally with fitness. So when we say fitness, we're talking about focus, intense thought. We want to be able to create a mindset for health by setting goals and by assembling a team to help you achieve your goal. Now, it isn't essential that we really do that. But one of the things that's important when we think about the end in fitness is nutrition. No carbonated beverages, which some of us are really bound by because, they have all these funky sugars. No white flours. Reduce intake of processed sugars. Read the label. Reduce the amount of additives and food coloring. Increase water intake and increase the percentage of raw food intake. I want to let you know this is something that's very important. When we think about nutrition, you want to select healthier choices of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. That's why we want to refer to quick references for healthy choices. Now, when we think about exercise, increase circulation, promote sweating, eliminate toxins through the skin, increase lymphatic flow. The lymphatic system is a closed circuit that is pumped with movement. So this is why the astronauts, they like to jump on, especially the trampoline, because it helps move the lymphatic system. So when we talk about specific supplementation, you want to have specific nutrients that are available to improve your body's ability to eliminate toxins. Let me give you an example. Nutrients that help detoxify your body. We have psyllium husk, beetroot, oat bran, celery, sweet potato, apple pectin, grapefruit pectin, and of course chlorella, barberry, dandelion, milk thistle, lipase, and zinc. These are things that are very essential. This is one of the reasons you might hear me talk about the liver and kidney. And all of you that actually want to connect with me, it's important that you could do that. You could have a good digestive enzyme and, of course, a good vitamin and mineral. Now, when you want to have an option of a cleansing program, you can complete this in 3 weeks. You can jump start your cleaning process, a good meal plan, exercise recommended, specific supplemental protocol, and 3 levels to choose from. So it is important that you ask your doctor what is right for you. Now, one of the things I can say about this at this very moment, I think that one of the things that very important for me to share at this point is the difference that this would make if you were to make something like that for yourself. Now, a lot of you may be watching, may be saying that, Max, where am I going to get all these? Well, it is very simple. We can get that information to you. You could send me an email at docnatural@gmail.com. Again, you could send me an email, docnatural@gmail.com. When you send me that email, let me know that you're interested. And the fact that you're interested in actually getting those type of supplementation, what I will do in return is actually I will get you connected to the companies that will get you the highest form, the highest grade. We'll send you those applications and we can get it started that way. Another thing we can do, if you do send us a mail at 855 Northeast 125th Street, we can definitely assist you in that area. We can even send you a prescription if you want to get these supplement. Or I'll do one better for you. You can go to herbshoppingnetwork.com. Again, herbshoppingnetwork.com. Just want you to know, it is a lot better that you reach out to me because I can identify some of the stuff that you need, and then I can send you a prescription, and then you could take care of it on your phone or on your email. Again, detoxify yourself now, especially if you plan on taking the JAAB. You will understand what I mean by that because a lot of our brothers and sisters are no longer here just because we didn't make that a priority. Now, usually I do start the show by speaking a whole lot about the 8 laws of health and all that. I decided not to do that today. But one thing that's important, if you want to support our show, we're actually going live on AM radio, English speaking, for really to have you be present to this. Remember, you could Zelle us if you want us to actually really broadcast the same type of thing. We'll be in a radio setting. We'll be giving you stuff. I have shows like how to read a label, cancer fighting foods. I have all these available. And the next show that I'll be doing is the cancer fighting food because I did it in French. I did it in Creole. I'm really looking forward to do it in a different language so that you can actually really get it. I also have access to Cash App. You can always do Cash App, the $ Max Carre. And of course, you can always do paypal.me/healthmax. Again, what we do, we like to really get you present to the 8 laws of health, which is nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, air, rest, trust, and divine God. This was your host, Max Olivier Carre. Again, if you want to start a business in natural health, maxcarre.com. You want to do it online, definitely go to my name, maxcarre.com, and then you can get started for a few, less than $100. You can get started, and I'll definitely coach you to greatness. Again, you can reach out to me, 305-447-9227. Memo bagay. Bagay. I am so pleased that I was able to assist you today, and I am so thankful to be in your listening. Good night.